Hi, welcome to our channel. I'm Jay, and this is Our Two Cents, where we talk everything boxing, and everyone's entitled to their own opinion. In today's video, we will be discussing why does the boxing world seem so bitter about Errol the Truth Spence Jr. But before we do that, make sure you help support the channel by punching that like and subscribe button. So, here we go. Why does the boxing world seem so bitter about Errol the Truth Spence Jr.? Now, I've just been sitting back thinking, watching, listening to what's been going on, listening to the interviews, listening to how everybody say Terrence Crawford is going to beat Errol Spence and knock him out, but everybody keeps giving him all these tips and tricks and hints on the internet, and nobody is really saying nothing to Errol Spence. So I was thinking about the history and how it seems like every fight, nobody seems to know if Errol Spence can win it. Nobody seems to know if his flat-footedness, basic, come forward, predictable style is going to pan out and he's going to win that fight. So you had the Kell Brook fight. People thought he wasn't going to win the Kell Brook fight. People thought he was going to get outboxed. Kell Brook was the boogeyman. He beat Kell Brook. Everybody, oh, Kell Brook was washed and he had went up and got knocked out by Canelo and broke his orbital bone. Okay, they try to X that win out. He going to beat some other people. He beat Mikey Garcia. I vividly remember watching so many people say how Mikey Garcia was going to outbox Errol Spence because he was flat-footed. He didn't have no, he was predictable. I see something. Mikey seen something. Even the great Sugar Ray Leonard. Even the legends. People that spent people that have dedicated their whole entire life to boxers, Hall of Famers, said that Mikey Garcia was going to beat Errol Spence. And what did Errol Spence do? He beat the career out of Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia was never the same after that fight. He retired him, if we're honest. Everybody want to say the next person that Mikey Garcia fought retired him, but we all know that's not true. Who did Mikey Garcia fight after Errol Spence? Let me know and drop it below. Who did Mikey Garcia fight after Errol Spence? My point exactly. And then there was Sean Porter. He's not going to be able to beat Sean Porter. He's not tough enough to beat Sean Porter. He's not dog enough to beat Sean Porter. He's not going to be able to stand in there with Sean Porter. And what does he do? He beat Sean Porter. Now, I know a lot of people say, you know, it may seem as though it was a really close fight. But when you go back and rewatch that fight again, it wasn't as close as you think. It wasn't as close as you think. So he beat Sean Porter. Now they're coming out trying to, with old footage of Kenny saying, oh, basically how Sean Porter was bullshitting in the Spence camp. Just like he was messing around, BSing around in the Crawford camp. But it really just seems as though Kenny liked to make excuses when Sean takes a L. But that's just my 2 cents. Let me know what you think. Drop your 2 cents below. And then there's Ugas. That was a 50-50 fight or whatever people were saying. They don't know. Terrence Crawford team was hype about Ugas saying that he was going to beat Spence. But it seems like when Spence beats these people in dramatic fashion, it's just quiet till the next fight, and they're saying he's not going to beat them again. It's not the same with Crawford. Crawford fighting people you already know he's basically going to win. Name a 50-50 Crawford fight. And then now all of these things are coming out about Crawford basically saying how manufactured his career was. But that's another video. They was talking about Amir Khan, the advantages Crawford had over him in that fight. How he basically just wanted to get a money grab. Kell Brook, a lot of people want to say, well, Kell Brook was washed up when Spence fought him. Well, He wasn't as washed up as he was when Crawford fought him, if that's the case. So either way, no matter what narrative or spin you want to put on it, Errol got the better Kell Brook. Then there's Shawn Porter. Even if you watch the Shawn Porter fight, Shawn Porter don't even look as in shape as he normally does for the Terrence Crawford fight. And now there's a lot of videos floating around about signals to stop the fight. It's a lot of controversy and a lot of conspiracy going on around about that Crawford-Porter fight. But either way, Porter was already thinking about retiring when he fought Crawford. He wasn't thinking about winning. He was thinking about retiring. He was podcast Porter now. With that Spence fight, he wanted to win, and it was very obvious. And even with all of that being said, he still gave Terrence Crawford a good fight. And then you got all these legends and these greats continuously picking Crawford, saying how Spence is just a basic come-forward fighter. Even Mike Tyson, Spence is just a basic come-forward fighter. And just like I said in my disrespect of Errol Spence video, it doesn't matter what kind of fight. Basic, come forward, do this, do that. It works. People can't seem to figure it out, even though they think they know. And he has 3 belts. So he's great at the basics. And not only is he great at the basics, he is breaking people down. He's breaking them down. It's worse than a knockout. Knockouts are cool and entertaining. But name another fighter that's just beating other fighters down, breaking another grown man's will. Let me know and drop it below. Drop your 2 cents below. What do you think? Like, do you guys understand the hate that Errol gets? A lot of people say they hate on Errol because he with Al. Guilty by association. So y'all telling me y'all gonna hate every great fighter at PBC that work with Al? Y'all gonna support every other fighter except the ones at PBC that work with Al? Nobody gave Spence 3 belts. He had to go out there and get them. He cleaned up the whole PBC. While Terrence Crawford was spending his time fighting whoever he could get. It's a huge difference. Then they got the whole panel. They got Shawn Porter, Breadman, this whole panel talking about the Spence Crawford fight. I've never seen a whole panel talking about the Spence Crawford, talking about a fight before. And they are all they doing on there is sitting on there giving Terrence Crawford tips on how to beat Errol Spence. But I want y'all to let me know and drop it below. Am I tripping? Am I being too biased? If it's some Terrence Crawford fans on here, drop it below and let me know. Because I think that it's a lot of bitter people in the boxing world about Errol Spence, and I don't understand why. That man been minding his own business, doing exactly what he say he gonna do, overcoming his trials and tribulations so that he could be the undisputed champion at the 147-pound weight division. His dream, what he been trying to do his whole professional career. He been on that path, and no matter what happened, he didn't get off that path. So let me know what you think by dropping your 2 cents below in the comment section. Be sure to help support the channel by punching that like and subscribe button. Follow me on IG at 2 Cents Boxing and on Twitter at 2 Cents 20. I'm Jay, and stay tuned for our 2 cents in the next video. Peace.